Hi, welcome back. We are in week 3 of our anxiety, depression, and seasonal affective disorder program. Thank you so much for joining us. Our Facebook page is Grateful for Clarity Now. I appreciate if you want to give us some feedback on how you're doing with the program, if you've been using it from the start, or if you've joined us kind of second week. Make sure that you go back again to our introduction videos. They are the ones that will show you some of the techniques that you can utilize within your meditations, and will help to clear those blockages that you may have, which may in part be combining for some difficulties creating your stresses that set us up for things like depression and anxiety, and definitely for seasonal affective disorder. So last week we talked about adding some time to your meditation. So we started out with 10 minutes, moved to 15 minutes last week. And we are continuing writing down our the things that we are grateful for. Every day we're documenting 5 things in our book. And last week I asked you to add some positive self-talk. So being aware of the things that we're saying to ourselves, extremely important, because when we're saying those things, we're thinking those things, and we create this cycle that can really hurt ourselves. It can really injure our self-confidence and make us feel not worthy. And you are worthy. So please make sure that you're continuing to do that this week. So last week I also asked you to start to think about hobbies, things that you enjoy doing that allow your creative energy to flow. This activity, anything that you are creating, whether it's music, whether it's writing or painting or drawing, doodling, sketching, whatever it is that you feel a connection to, that allows you to move that creative energy through you. So I asked you to start thinking about it for this week, because of course we are going to be adding some things to our program for this week. So what I would like you to do, I'm hoping that your meditations are going well, and if they are not going well, you're really struggling with it, then please, by all means, watch the guided meditation that we have on here, or look for one on the internet. There are loads of meditation videos on YouTube, and some of them are specific. One of the ones that I always recognize is Jason Stevenson. He does some very good meditations. They're probably about 45 minutes or so. If you're dealing with some of the symptoms of anxiety, such as insomnia, then by all means, you know what, even after you've done your meditation, please, if you need to sleep, use one of the many meditations that you'll find online to help you go to sleep. They are specific for sleeping. So look for those and absolutely use those, because sleep, our bodies need that rest, and insomnia is a horrible byproduct of anxiety, and I understand that. It's one of those things that hopefully, if you can find something that gets you into routine and prepping to go to bed, I think one of the problems is that we start to develop patterns and habits around sleep, and when we're thinking about it too much, when we're in that state with anxiety. The levels are very, very high. Again, sleep can be one of those symptoms that is something that eludes us, and yet we need it so desperately. So I encourage you, some of the natural remedies, again, for anxiety, looking at some magnesium. New Roots has a really good product called Chill Out, and it's actually magnesium. It has some other natural herbal components to it. I strongly encourage you to investigate that. That may be something that certainly can help to alleviate some of those symptoms. Chamomile teas before, not right before bed, because you don't want to get into a situation where you have to get up and use the washroom and interrupt your sleep if you can get into a good sleep. So a chamomile tea, you know, an hour before bed, so that you can go to the washroom before you go to bed, and then hopefully get into a very restful place. Combining some of these things, some of these techniques, may be what you need. You're an individual, and everyone is going to be different. We're all unique. So keep trying. I encourage you to keep trying. So, so with our program, we are going to add some time to your meditation. And I know for some of us, you know, time is a huge constraint, and I certainly appreciate that. The 20 minutes that you're going to be doing meditation is all we're going to add. So this is the max for the meditation, is 20 minutes. If you can find time to do more and you feel you're starting to feel the benefits of it, then by all means, you can go up to a half an hour if you like, but it's not something that I'm going to prescribe for everyone. 20 minutes, and I know that we're all working on a schedule that can be very taxing, and I don't want to add to that stress of no time. So we're going to up it to 20 minutes, and we're going to stay there. We're going to continue with your journaling, okay? So your journaling should include the things that you are grateful for. Now, one of the things that I want to introduce into your journaling, along with the gratitude, I want you to write down these words, because you're going to be saying them to yourself. So get your pen and get your journal, write down these words. These are your mantra. So what you're going to do is, whenever you find that you are speaking ill of yourself, you're doing your negative self-talk, I want you to catch yourself doing it, and then I want you to say, everything always works out for me. Everything always works out for me. So those words, I want you to start repeating to yourself. When you start finding yourself negative self-talking, or telling yourself that you can't do something, you're not good enough to do this, or you're not worthy, then I want you to repeat those words to yourself, okay? Now, with the negative self-talk, the other thing that I want you to do in the morning, again, you get up in the morning and you smile at yourself in the mirror, and I want you to say the words, I love you. You're a good person. And I want you to smile at yourself. Those words, you need to hear those words. Universal energy, again, when we are saying things that are negative, that are bad things about ourselves, we're bringing more of that thought to ourselves. We're attracting that negative energy. And when we talked about that in our previous videos, I continue to tell you that what you put out, what you have inside and what you put out are what you are going to get back. And I want you to experience what positive energy coming to you feels like. So those words are going to help. So last week I asked you to start looking for a hobby, looking for something to introduce so that you could bring that positive energy, that creative energy, allow it to flow for you, because you'll find that when positive creative energy starts to flow within you, you feel better. Now, this creative process, whatever it is you're doing, whether it's sculpting clay, whether it's painting, whether it's doodling, this is just for you. This doesn't have to be something that you show other people. I want you to experience the joy of the activity. So even if you look at your work and you think, well, I'm probably never going to make a living doing this, it doesn't matter. It is the process. It is the feeling of being able to lose yourself in something that is an activity. It is something that is bringing forth something new into the world, introducing something new into the world that wasn't there before. But it's the feeling that you are attracting, that you are creating, that again is attracting to you. So last week I spent my time, I did tell you that I paint, you know, one day I could be in the art museum. I don't know. It doesn't matter. The joy is in the journey of creating it. So this is my painting from last week, and this is my happiest place on earth. I love to sit by the ocean and meditate. The energy that comes from water, a body of water, is incredible. And for me, it is a very peaceful space. I don't live near the ocean, so I have to create my ocean. And when I'm doing that, I am in a place where I can hear the water. I can visualize in my mind what that looks like, how that feels to be in that space. And that truly is the joy of it. It's bringing that beautiful, beautiful energy to myself when I can't physically be in that space. So this week, I hope that you have found something that you can utilize to create and bring that energy to yourself. Remember, you should be doing your chakra clearing at least once, maybe twice a week, depending on how you're feeling. If you're incorporating it into your meditation, that is perfect. If you're not doing that, then please make sure that you are still clearing those chakras and keeping that energy flow. So I want to thank you for joining me again this week, and please make sure that you hit the subscribe button and the notification. We do upload every Tuesday, and if you know someone that can benefit from this program, please share with them. As you know, my journey, part of my journey is to help bring healing to as many people as I possibly can reach. And it is a free program again, so for those that unfortunately don't have the money to pay for treatment for some of this, or attend a place where they can get this type of information, then I hope that you will share with them so that they can get some help that they need. We are on Facebook, Grateful for Clarity Now. Again, please reach out to us. Let us know how you're doing. If you're using the program yourself, or if you've referred it to someone else, then by all means get them to give us some feedback. Let us know how they're feeling. Any questions or comments, by all means, you can post them on YouTube or on our Facebook page. Be well, and I look forward to seeing you again next week. And until then, I'm grateful for your presence. Namaste.